morning. Hi, good morning everyone. Right, welcome back to my channel. Right, I'm CY. My channel is all about having fun making coffee. Right, with different coffee machines, different grinders, different type of beans, and different type of roast. Right, so yeah, it's very early in the morning. Now it's actually 6:15 here in Singapore. 6:15 in the morning. Right, and here I'm going to show you my morning routine on my quick Mill Rubino. Right, it's a heat exchanger machine with a standard Italian built E61 group head. Yep, so let's get on to my morning ritual. Right, normally for heat exchanger machine, you have to switch it on slightly earlier in the morning. Right, and you can see how fast the quick Mill Rubino actually heats up to brew temperature. Right, it takes about I would say about less than 10 minutes, right, to get the pressure from 0, right, to be between 1 to 1.5 bar, right, which is actually the working temperature for the machine. Right, this pressure down here actually records the boiler pressure, right, and not the brew pressure. Right, so now we'll wait for a short while, right, for the machine to get heated up. And for today's, I'll be pairing the quick Mill Rubino with my quick Mill Upper Low Evo 60, right, Espresso grinder. This grinder is a conical burst set grinder. Right, comes with 43 mm diameter stainless steel burst set. That's 100% made in Italy. Right, and another thing about quick Mill is quick Mill machines are known for build quality, and you can see that the stainless steel is all very well made. Right, let me bring you closer. Right, so you can see how thick even the cup rails is made in stainless steel. Right, you can see how thick the stainless steel is. Right, the top, this is the whereby you can, it's a cup warmer tray. Right, underneath the cup warmer is your boiler and all the electronics, plus a water tank at the back. So there's actually 2 rubber hinges here whereby you can actually put your fingers here and can actually lift up the cup warmer. Right, so you can see underneath, right, there's a water tank. Right, the water tank is a 1.8 liter water tank. Right, and of course, as this is actually a standard E61 group machine. Right, as you can see on the left hand side, this is actually the steam knob. Right, on the right hand side, this is the hot water knob. Right, and it's a lever type of the group head is engaged by pulling the lever up. Right, there's also a profiling so-called the pedal, right, which can be installed to control the flow, right, which is very similar to what the rest of the brand has. And I have the device, it's called the flow control, and I'll probably be installing it later on. Right, for those of you that are interested to get the quick Mill Rubino from me, right, you can either buy as a setup to get alone with the Rubino, or you can pair with the quick Mill grinder. Right, at the same time, right, we also sell the stainless steel drip tray, stainless steel knock box. Right, currently I'm still using the Breville one, right, because it's smaller. Right, but this stainless steel knock box is actually very handy. Right, especially the Italian grinder from quick Mill actually retains a slightly some beans every time it grinds. So the beans may actually the grounded coffee bean may actually drop here, and it will be quite messy if you leave it around. So what you can do is you can actually use a brush, right, and to brush your coffee ground into the knock box. So let me show you the knock box. The knock box is very big. Right, you can see currently the coffee ground inside is not the abandoned coffee ground, it's the stilled coffee, right, which I just grind and leave it there. Right, so you can see there's a knocking, there's a bar here for you to knock it, right, and you can actually contain your puck inside the knock box. Right, right now let me bring you to the pressure. Right, the pressure is increasing slightly. Right now it has passed 5 minutes. Right, so the machine should be ready very soon. Right, so now the pressure is reaching about 0.7 bar. Once the pressure reach around 1 bar and between 1 bar to 1.5 bar, right, the machine is ready to brew. Right. Okay, while waiting, let me grind some beans. Right, I'll be using 18.5 grams. Right. As I grind the bean, you can see that the Rubino is really ready for brewing. So it warms up really very quickly. Okay, so that's a bit more. Right, okay, so let me warm up the portafilter. Right, by running a blind shots, at the same time I can warm my cups. Right, when the machine is ready, right, you can see that this light should be off. And when this light is on, it simply means that the heater is being switched on and it's actually boiling the water inside the group. Right. Right, so you can see it will heat up momentarily to maintain the temperature. Okay, so now the group head and the portafilter is properly warmed up. Right. As in all heat exchanger machine, the hot water actually continuously cycles through the E61 group head, and therefore the E61 group head is actually very, very hot. It's very hot to the touch, so be careful. And yeah, the other part of the machine that will be hot is actually this device here. This device is also very hot. Right, so be careful. So let's do a flush. Right, about 5 seconds. Right, and now we can get ready our coffee. Right, I'm using a distributor and the original temper from Quick Mill, which is actually made in timber. I think the material is thick. Okay, so let me bring you closer to see the extraction. Right, there's no timer on the machine, so basically I'll be using the timer on my scale. Right, the flow is slightly too fast, which means that the grind size is not right yet. So I'll be doing another shot, right, to properly dial in the grind size. But before that, let me try the shots. The shot taste actually not too bad. It's not bitter, right? It's not sour neither. And even though the flow is fast, but the taste is quite good. So I think we'll proceed to steam the milk, right? I'm quite happy with the shot, even though, right, the numbers doesn't really follow the 30-second 1:2 ratio. But as we all know, the most important thing is that the shot must taste good. Right, so now the shot actually tastes good, so I'm not going to redial in. Right, so now you can see the steam power on the Rubino. Right, so you can see the steam power is actually very powerful, and being a heat exchanger machine, which means that you can actually make espresso and steam at the same time. Right, but now because I have just transfer over from my Breville Barista Pro to the quick mill machines, so I'm actually still getting used to the workflow, whereby I will try to do more making espresso and steam at the same time. Right, just give me a moment, let me get some fresh milk. Right, let me purge again. Right, so you can see the steam power is definitely much stronger than what we have on the Barista Pro, and the Barista Pro steam pressure is already very much stronger as compared to the Barista Express. So this is actually a very it's actually quite a steep upgrade from what you're used to on the Breville as compared to on the quick mill Rubino heat exchanger machine. And the steam completes in about 10 seconds, which is very fast. So if you have not get the right technique on texturing your milk, you'll find that it'll be quite challenging for you to try to steam milk over the Rubino steam wand, right? If you are more used to the slow and steady kind of steam wand, right, the Breville is definitely a very good beginner machine that gets you into the technique of correct milk texturing. Right, so having said that, let's try to texture the milk. Yep, it's ready. Right, so you can see how fast it is. Yep, wipe down and then purge, right, as the same standard as right. So let me bring you closer, right? Right, I'm still trying to get used to the workflow, right? So you can see the process of making espresso is actually pretty slow now. but eventually with more practice I think I should be able to get it. Right, couldn't do much latte art today. Right, probably I still need to practice more on the texturing of milk. Right, so right, cheers. The latte tastes alright, right? Perhaps I should probably dial in the shot a second time so that I can get slightly stronger espresso extraction, right? Even though the espresso tastes alright, right, but because it run too fast and within about 20 seconds it already got about 40 grams of espresso liquid, so this is actually not really ideal, right? So which means that the concentration of the espresso may not be good enough. Hence therefore in this cup of latte, right, you actually taste a lot more milk than coffee. So the next improvement I'm looking for will be trying to pull a much better shot as compared to today, right? So this is what I have for you for this morning. I hope you like my content, right? And my adventures in different machines, espresso machines, and adventure into the coffee roasting, as well as trying to try out different type of grinder to see which one work best, and of course within the budget of my own ability, right? And okay, thank you, and do consider subscribing to my channel, right, and like my videos and share, so that and do remember to ring the bell for any future video release so that you always be keep updated on my content release, right? So have a good day, and I'll see you soon.